Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Roblox scripting tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to make a script that turns off player collisions like this. So this is what I'm talking about. It's really useful in obstacle courses or just any game where it's kind of annoying to bump into players. And let's get started. So this actually does work with R15 and R6, and it is a pretty simple script to do. By recording this video, I also forgot to mention that the link to a model you could take, a link to the script that you can take and put in your game is in the description if you don't want to script this. So we're going to create a new script in the server script service, and we can just name this player collisions. Or you could just name it anything. I'll just name it that for now. So basically what we're going to do in the script is create a collision group for the players in the game, or their characters. And what this is going to do is make it so only they cannot collide with each other. We're going to have to use physics service for this. So physics service. Basically the only variable we have to define first. And yeah, so let's get started. So what we're gonna do is create a collision group, and then when the player's character is added, we're gonna add all the characters' body parts to this collision group so they cannot collide with each other. I guess we're gonna create the collision groups first. So physics service create collision group, and then we could just call this player collision group. We're gonna make it so none of the objects in this collision group can collide with each other. So to do that, we need to do collision group set collidable, and then player collision group, and then player collision group again, because normally we would have two collision groups for this, but we're just using one because there's no point. And then false. Okay, so what we just did is we just made a new collision group, and inside this collision group nothing can collide with each other. Now that we've done that, we're going to start adding players' body parts to this collision group. So game.players.player added connect function player. Okay, so now we need to connect the function to the character being added. In this function, we are going to basically loop through all the children under the character model, and then add them to this collision group. So what we're gonna have to do is make a for loop. So in pairs do, and then what we're gonna loop through is player.character get children. So now that we've done that, we're going to want to add all of these children to this collision group as we do this. And we're only going to add mesh parts and parts, since that's what a Roblox character is made out of. Because we don't want to be adding humanoid or hats to this, since they already can't collide with each other. So if v.className equals part, or v.className mesh part, then we're going to go do physics service set part collision group, and then and the collision group we're going to add it to is of course player collision group. Okay, now we can test this out. We're going to start with 2 players because you can't test it out with just one player in the game, of course. And let's see what happens. So yeah, there we go. I can't touch this player at all. And yeah, so that was a pretty simple script to make, and I hope this tutorial helped you, and I will see you in the next one.